Testing? Okay, that looks like it's working now. Can you hear me? Okay, that's good. I don't know what happened there. Alright, Robert, thank you so much for that. And let me go back to all the instructions. So, Sherry, good to see you. Takada shared your vids with a friend who is reading As the Empire for the first time and is absolutely obsessed now. Well, I'm really glad to hear that your friend is enjoying the book and enjoying the series. It must be fun to read through the book and watch the series, and side by side. Though of course your friend will get to the end of the story before I do, because obviously the book's written and this is still got a way to go. But I'm glad that he's enjoying both. Floopy, hello, and thank you for pointing out the audio trouble. I was completely oblivious to that. So I'll explain what I'm doing again, because obviously that didn't get through on the stream. So last stream I planned out Hyllyard City in the old game Galactic Battlegrounds. I've put together a basic landscape, I guess. I don't know what the right word for this is. It's the streets anyway, and it's got some basic textures which we're going to improve, and then put some buildings in. But for those who are here 2 weeks ago, who remember the layout of the town that I built, I wasn't streaming last week as I was utterly exhausted and didn't think I would be very entertaining if I was struggling to stay awake. But much better today. So I will get started. What I want to do first is texture these different sections better than they are currently. And we've got Han Solo here for scale, just to make sure it is the right size. When I imported these streets in, they were a little bit too small, so I had to resize it and bring him in to make sure it was right. Matthew, chapter 22 is Thursday, not tomorrow. I don't know why, but Thursday always seems to be the better day to release it. Always got better viewing figures. And of course the day after Mandalorian as well, so hopefully that will bring in some new viewers as well, which is looking forward to that. Chapter 23 still in progress, but a lot of it is done. Chapter 25 and 27 are finished. I got some dialogue for chapter 24 today, which I haven't had a chance to listen to yet, but it's all coming together quite nicely. So for the chapter, Thursday, 10 PM GMT, 5 EST, which is basically 2 hours before now on Thursday. Dr. Clubby, hello, welcome back. Good to see you again. What did you think of General Thrawn being a main villain for the latter seasons of Rebels? I was glad to see Thrawn back. I was in the room at Celebration in 2016 when he was announced, and they played the trailer, and I cannot describe the atmosphere, but the room just kind of went nuts as soon as he appeared, stepped out to the shadows in that first trailer. So that's quite an experience. And I'm going to be at Celebration again this year. So hopefully there'll be another Thrawn announcement. And hopefully I can be in that talk as well, because I would really like to be there for that. Is there any... Oh, hang on, catching up. Seeing Thrawn appearing in spacing. Yeah. Wednesday, next episode of Bad Batch followed by Mandalorian. I'm going to watch them the other way around. I'm going to watch Mandalorian in the morning when I have breakfast, and save Bad Batch for the evening when I have dinner. I don't want to risk any spoilers during the day for the Mandalorian, so I'm going to just watch it when I wake up. Is there any new part of the new chapter you're particularly... Is there any part of the new chapter that you are particularly what about? Yeah, I think you're missing a word there. I'm glad Disney decided to bring him back for Ahsoka. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in Ahsoka. Kind of hoping he shows up in Mandalorian. You know, so even if it's just at the end as a tease. I wonder how Timothy Zahn would handle Ahsoka Tano if you were ever to rewrite or help in the current Star Wars projects. That's a good question that I think only Timothy Zahn can answer. I think he would enjoy the challenge. It would be interesting to see what he could do. Excited or proud of? Ooh. There are lots of really good moments in the next chapter. It's also 10 minutes long, so it's one of the longest chapters I've ever done. So I'm excited to release it. I think only one chapter has actually been longer than this. And that was chapter 4. Alright, so looking through the textures, cause I kind of want to match what I did. So we need pebbles for that. Is this going to be difficult? Oh, I see what the problem is. Dr. Clubby, is this chapter 22? No, chapter 22 is finished. It will be released on Thursday. You can check the check my channel. You'll see all the details. The video's been posted. It's going to be premiering at 10 PM GMT or 5 PM EST. This is for future chapters. For Hyllyard City. 28, I believe. I've already finished 25 and 27. Excuse me to take a quick drink of water. I think I've got most of what I need for as far as the environments go for 23, 24 and 26. So it made sense just to carry on building things for the future. Are you preparing for the last books of the trilogy? Not yet. When I get closer to the end, I will start thinking about what I'm going to do next, but not quite there yet. Still got 10 more chapters to go. Right, let's try this again. That's better. The visual quality was set to quick mode, so it doesn't do the... And when I do the texture settings, it doesn't... texture editing, it doesn't show it until I press the bake button, which is where it sets it. But obviously I need to see what I'm doing, so I had to put the quality up. Now, this is a little bit repetitive. When I met Mr. Zahn, he told me that he would make Ezra the new Sabaoth and Ahsoka the new Luke. She's trying to find Ezra like Luke was trying to find Sabaoth. That is a very intriguing possibility. Especially if that is actually what they end up doing. Right. Now, I haven't used these pebble settings that much. So we're going to play around with it a little bit. Now there's a repeating pattern here, which I don't know if I like that. But it's just because the texture's repeating itself over and over. Yeah. I don't know. Let's try these pebbles. That's a bit better. Hoppy, hello. Should we ride a Tauntaun horse? I think his feet would drag. I think he just ran in the snow. Yeah, we never see him riding a Tauntaun. Okay, we're going to go with this one. And let's tinker with the settings a little bit. I'm enjoying reading the Ezra theories as well. So, that's what we want. Yeah, I think this is a good look for it. Cracks. A little bit. Yeah, there we go. Set the quality to be a bit higher. It's going to be interesting to see what actually happened to Ezra, because obviously he and Thrawn would have been stuck somewhere for a while. Of course, they wouldn't be alone. I know that a lot of people thought, oh, they'd be stuck alone somewhere and only the two of them could survive. They'd have to learn to work together. But what about the rest of the crew of the Chimera? Because I don't think they abandoned ship. Dr. Clubby, Corran Horn is the little orphan child that he appears in a couple of episodes with his mother. In the credit, he's not named in the show, but in the credits he's listed as Corran. And I forget the name of his mother offhand, but it's the same as Corran Horn's in the books. I forget what it is. I'm sure someone here can answer that. I completely missed it as well until people started talking about it. But of course, you don't name a character like that. Just like he wasn't in it very much, but you don't give him a name like Corran unless you plan to do something with him. So we'll have to see. Because his presence doesn't add anything to the story by calling him Corran, so there's obviously something going on there. Right, let's do the wall next. No. Let's go to stone. I realise you can't see what I'm looking at. It's the texture window. It's a texture selection thing, and it's got all kind of different options. I'm just looking in to see what I think would be good for this war. I did hear that I think Filoni was going to allude to the outbound flight did happen too. That would be good. We're just going to see what happened to that. I think this is what we want. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Knights of Republic 1 and 2? Both excellent games. I haven't played the second one for a very long time, but I did really enjoy both of them. Yeah, I like that war. It's amazing what simple texture change can do to the way something looks. Alright, let's see. Age. Can I make them look older? Actually, I like them the way they looked before. Just set higher quality level. Yep. And that's done. Make it. TIE Fighter remains my favourite Star Wars game, but I had so much fun with Knights of the Old Republic, especially the first one. I did enjoy the second one as well. It's just there's something really special about the first one. Alright, time for this ground here. Let's see what we've got here. Gravel. I think that works. See what the options are. Yeah, I think gravel's going to work nicely. Set to higher quality though, because there's going to be shots of the ground. I didn't imagine Town having the accent you chose. And well, I voice it myself, so I'm kind of stuck with the accent that I have. I try to sound smoother than I do in person, but I don't think I could do that kind of accent myself. And at the time I wasn't really thinking, I wasn't sure if the series would continue as long as it did, so it was quite a surprise when it just carried on being as popular as it was. But of course I'd already played him for a while then, so I stuck with it, and I have a lot of fun playing it, even if the accent's not quite the way a lot of people imagined, including myself. I don't actually know what I imagined, but probably not my voice. Now we want pebbles with sand, which Anakin would hate. For those. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Didn't John Wayne play Hondo? Well, the Hondo that they're talking about is actually the same voice actor who voices Winnie the Pooh. What do you think about the information coming out of Star Wars Skeleton Crew? Not much, because I haven't really heard anything about it. Yeah, Jim Cummings, he also voices Winnie the Pooh. Slightly different characters there. I was shocked when I heard that too. Matthew, welcome back. You'll be able to catch up with everything you missed when your internet was out after the stream, because it goes straight on the channel and you can watch it again. We're discussing how Hondo is voiced by Winnie the Pooh. Okay, that could be interesting. Guess we'll find out more later this year. I believe they finished filming it. Maybe we'll see some more at Celebration. I'm actually going to be at Celebration, so hopefully get to go to the panel where they talk about these shows. I don't know how difficult it is going to be to get in to those talks, because obviously those are the popular ones. But I'd very much like to be there when these things are announced. I think they might change the way that works, but last time it was in London, they had wristbands for each panel, and you had to... They would open up the rooms to collect wristbands for the talks you wanted at 6 a.m. So I remember I only wanted to go and see the Rebels panel. So I got out of bed at 5:30, threw some clothes on, walked to the convention centre, got my wristband. On the way back, there were some steps leading back to the hotel. There was a security guard on one side and a couple on the other side, and they were shouting at each other about playing Pokemon Go, because the game had just been released, and they were shouting about what they were finding. Anyway, I went back to the hotel and went back to sleep until it was a bit more sensible time, but I would quite happily get up again at 6 o'clock to get a wristband to go and see these Disney Plus shows. Did you ever find out having to hand a judgment at the end of the choices of one? Thrawn confronts them, and does he recruit them to use the hand of Thrawn? I think he... I can't remember now, I haven't read that. I mean, I've read the books, but not for such a long time. I can't remember. Kind of sad how Del Rey kind of made the Star Wars EU possible by the time of Face of Jedi after disastrous legacy of the Force. I think Disney would have rebooted it regardless of how profitable it was. Because they wanted a clean slate for their whatever they were going to do. Which I can sort of see why they do it. I might have done it differently myself. Pokemon Go is a flight risk. This is my first time I ever played a Pokemon game, and I enjoyed it for a while, but then I got it. Floopy. Well, it's a shame you won't be at Celebration, but yes, I will talk about what I see. Obviously, I won't be streaming that Monday. Okay, so we've got the ground textures in place, and I'm going to save it because I quite like the way this is looking. I wonder if I could stream parts of the convention. I know they won't let me stream panels because they were... I think. Yeah, the last one last year, people were trying to stream during the panels and getting their phones confiscated. So I don't want to risk losing my phone, but I will... I'll see. I'll give it some thought, see what I can do. Probably won't be an hour-long stream like this, but maybe a few minute clips here and there. Maybe I can just do like a vlog thing and put something together afterwards. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'm going with my friend who voices Winter in Heir to the Empire. So that should be fun. She comes by and watches the stream sometimes, but she hasn't been by lately. Do you play Star Wars Empire at War? I do have it. I haven't played it for a long time. Are you and your friend cosplaying? Of course. It's not up to me to say. I'm not revealing her costumes. That's up to her, and she's not here, so. For me personally though, I've got a costume planned for sorry, just distracted by this building. That wall's annoying. I guess I'm going to have to do it this way around. That's not the infamous archway, by the way. That's just going to go there. Excuse me. The big archway that Luke knocks over is going to go here. I have not got a model for that yet because I haven't quite figured out. I've got ideas of how I want it to fall down, but I haven't decided which way to do it yet. So that's why I haven't got it in place yet. But I'm going to place some other buildings. Maybe we can play it someday. That'd be fun. I haven't played it for so long. Oh, wait a minute. I think I played it on stream. Last year sometime, maybe. I can't remember now. That was probably the last time I played it. Before 2013, I just picture a character named Winter in the Star Wars context. Now I can think of Winter. See, I never watched Ruby. A friend of mine kept telling me I needed to, but I never got round to it. I think this, because there's some issues with this particular building, might need to go in the background, because there's a bit here missing, and I don't know why it's missing. See, I never, despite being a Thrawn fan, I never really liked the Thrawn's Revenge mod. I preferred Awakening the Rebellion. A little thought for the chapters when you get to the clones that are revealed. Grogan, hello, welcome. Right, this is going to go here. The coolest thing happened to me last week playing Empire War. Something glitched and I got 3 Vaders. Every time a new one was spawned, I could play 3 Vaders at the same time. Godlike mode. Now, were you playing the campaign mode? Because that could be 3 executors. Like showing comparison between Sparty clones and the Camino clones, even the model of Old Rexits he was in Rotterdam. I'm talking about them when the chapter comes. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I would say that I will stick to the book as closely as possible. And if I do add something, I will try and do it the way I think Timothy Zahn would try to explain the differences between the clones. Because obviously he wrote the books before the prequels were written, and he said that if he had known certain things, he would have written them differently. So I would obviously be taking a guess at what I think he would do. But we'll see what happens when I get to those chapters. I haven't even started reading the books again, the second and third books yet. So yeah, I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought yet. That's probably not the answer you're hoping for, but I'm afraid that's the only one I can give at the moment. I don't think this is a particularly useful building. That's certainly not, because it's got its own ground included. I can't remember what these buildings were. Alright, let's see this one. That's way too big, but that's fine because I can shrink it down. That looks about right. Put that over here somewhere. Master Luke, welcome. Master Luke, I lives up to his namesake, and he voices Luke Skywalker in Edge of the Empire. Joined the cast in chapter 21. Obviously, he has a big role to play in chapter 22. And of course, the rest of the book as well. So I know these are Tatooine buildings, and they look kind of desert-like. But the style of construction is often used for Outer Rim built civilian buildings, so it makes sense that they would look like this on Merca as well. Obviously, not made of sand, but I will retexture them once they're all in place, so they look more like this building over here with the bricks and the other buildings that Card's got. But got to get it all in place first. So Thrawn Alliances is set during the Clone Wars, or some of it is anyway, which is written by Timothy Zahn. It's new canon. It doesn't really have any clones in it. Oh, that's that building over there. I don't need another one of those. I'm just placing these buildings anywhere at the moment, and they'll probably be shifted around as needed. I think I would agree with you that the first and third books in that trilogy are the best. I think the first one is the best, actually, because it just kind of works by itself. Some towers. Let's put that one over there. I don't actually remember what all these buildings look like, so just having some fun putting them in, and we'll figure out the rest of it later. It's still a little bit big for what it needs to be. Actually, that one can go there, because I could put some speeders or something in that little parking area. What do you think of Dark Empire? Not my favourite story in the Expanded Universe. I understand why a lot of people did like it, but it's something about it just didn't grab me quite the way that some of the other stories did. Well, I guess someone was going to go there with the shape of the tower. It might as well be you. Well, sort of 90s comic art was, those kind of colours was the way the comics were drawn back then. Don't know if that's what the problem I had with it. I just don't know. I'd forgotten I had so many of these buildings. So what's going to happen is the main characters are going to be escorted down this street into the square, and then of course the shootout happens. The big archway is going to be here, which again I haven't modelled yet, and I do have the chariot assault vehicle though. That's going to come through here and get crashed. That's going to be fun to animate. Let me put this one over here. This is a big one. It's swallowed up the entire town. It's another dome structure. Yeah, maybe I can go over there. Let's see what else have we got. Kind of running out now. I've got 4 more buildings to bring in. That looks pretty good. I can go over here. Good thing about these buildings is I can rotate them around and use them in all different directions. But at the moment, I just want to place one of each, and then I can finalize locations and duplicate them later as needed. It's pretty good there. Hello, building time again. Yep, I'm taking the town layout I put together in Galactic Battlegrounds last time and turning it into a proper 3D town. We'll see I mentioned in the Battlegrounds stream that the buildings are not going to be exact because I don't have the exact buildings. Hey look, there's an archway. Wonder. No, I don't think that's the right archway. But it can go there. shrink it down a bit. I'll probably put a speeder or something in there if I need to. This is making me want to go and play an RTS. Well, I designed the town in an RTS. In the last stream, I used the Galactic Battlegrounds. Because now that you're making me want to play that game again as well. I do enjoy the building element of it. Right, we have one more building. Let's see what it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be big. Okay, some kind of dome structure. Did you put Q from Star Trek in your I thought I saw him along with the Revan helmet. Yes. So there's a Facebook group called Star Trek Shitposting. I'm a member of that, and at the time, one of the most popular memes involved pushing Q plates into everything. And so I thought, I'm going to get in on this and put him in Heir to the Empire and see if anyone would notice. And of course, lots of people on the channel did notice. But then in the actual Facebook group, about 2 months later, someone posted that they'd watched this Star Wars fan video and they'd spotted a Q plate. They were really excited by it. And one of the admins of the group knew that I made Heir to the Empire, tagged me in the post and said, look, you finally been spotted. But yes, I did deliberately put a Q plate in. Ricardo, got to run, but always thank you for giving us hard work to share with us. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's always good to see you. And thank you so much for your support with the Super Chat. I do appreciate it. And obviously you can catch up with the stream later on, because it will be saved to the channel. Right. So, one of each kind of building, and I filled up most of the square. Though I'm not sure this is going to be the final placement. Let's have a look to see what we've got. That's Luke and go around. Looking forward to next episode. Me too. You'll see it on Thursday. It's going to be 10 PM GMT, 5 PM EST. And obviously you have a big part to play in that. So looking forward to do that. Finally heading next month so I can start working again. My dad was really sick and he passed away 2 weeks ago. Robert, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's obviously not a good time for you at the moment. But I hope you feel better soon. Obviously it's something that will take a while to get over. Pharmacy for pizza. You know, I might put some funny signs up and see if people spot them. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do before I start duplicating these buildings is to texture them properly. Now I'm going to cheat because I've got this one over here which is already textured because it's from Card's base, so it's got the Merca building materials. So yeah, I'm going to cheat and do that. Or not, because that's somehow made that building invisible. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there. Right, let's see. Right, must I see 5? Now I know this happened before, but I can't remember how I fixed it. You know what, I'm just going to place the building again. And then save. Let's see, there's an issue here. Alright, I'm going to leave that building alone and come back to that one another time. But let's try... Right, let's save. Alfie, you seem to be on a bit of a roll tonight. Okay, let's try putting it on there. See, that worked. Don't know what the problem was. Alright, let's carry on. I'm not going back playing. Hold on. Let's try there. Yep. I'm going to move the tower from the 2 domes. Yes, I see what the problem is there. I'm going for there. Okay. Yeah, let's try. Putting that over there. Seems to have worked. Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to put that on the tower. Where do the voices come from for your movies? Uh, well, as a we were just joined by Master Luke. He voices Luke Skywalker. Matt Finish voices Han, Lando, Akbar, Kenobi, 3PO. He did voice Luke for a while, but needed to cut back on his roles because of real life stuff. And there's Erin, who voices Princess Leia. She's very good. Robert S. Benjamin voices Thrawn. Very lucky to have found him. He's voiced Thrawn for me before in a different fan film. I voiced a few roles. Another friend, Elizabeth, who voices Mara Jade, and a friend called Freya, who voices Winter. I actually got my mum to voice Mon Mothma, which she enjoyed doing. Ricky Grove voiced Sabaoth. The voice actors are great. Yeah, I've got a great cast of voice actors. Had a few other friends of voiced characters here and there. I actually had Mark Meir, who's the voice of Commander Shepard in for the Mass Effect games. In Chapter 20, he voiced Torv the Smuggler. I was thrilled to have him in the show. I think he enjoyed being a bit mischievous. Did that work this time? I don't know what the problem was. Didn't the guy who made his own SD Empire... Yeah, JT Crusader. He hasn't... His first appearance isn't until Chapter 22. But yeah, he's in the show. He just hasn't appeared yet. But obviously you'll see him on Thursday. I thought he did such a good job in his audiobook. I had to ask him if he'd be in this series, and he said yeah. And he does a great job in this as well. So another actor I was very happy to have in the show. coming along quite nicely. You all in the Tauntaun scenes. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Let's do the domes. That's the one. Now, obviously, I haven't textured everything yet. That's okay. It's getting a bit late, so I don't think I'm going to texture everything tonight, but I'm going to get a little bit more done. At least the domes. There we go. Far from complete, but I'm happy with the progress I've made tonight. The complete moustached edit. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up to Floopy. He's the moustache expert. I have to ask though, have you seen the Moustache song from A Million Ways to Die in the West? And if you haven't, you need to go and watch it after the stream. It's on YouTube. I'm very happy with the way this has turned out. So, as I said before, the archway is going to go here. I've got several ideas on how I want it to fall down, but I haven't decided one yet. Until I do, I might need to run a few tests actually, to see which way works best as well. I haven't got anything modelled for that yet. But yeah, I'm pleased with it. Need to finish texturing some of these buildings and fill in some of the gaps just by duplicating the buildings and turning them around to a different angle. Now, Floopy, you're going to enjoy the song, so yeah, definitely go and watch that. Is that the Family Guy guy? Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. Not typically a fan of his work, but I did enjoy A Million Ways to Die in the West, and I did enjoy the Orville. and I really enjoyed the moustache song. I was surprised I forgot about it during all the other previous moustache conversations, but obviously tonight was the night to think of it. So yeah, I'm going to save this, and I think I will call it a night there. It seems like a good place to stop. But I'm very happy with what we've done so far. I was feeling a little bit inspired by I forgot the name of it. The planet from the Mandalorian. Navarro, that was it. Like that, but with more trees. And I haven't put the trees in because they work. The Omniverse trees are better, and there's no point putting them in with iClone. But that's alright. And more forest. There's going to be a forest background as well. One way or another, the conversation always leads to moustaches. That seems to be correct. And it's usually you that's done it. But yeah, I think that's it for the night. I'm very happy the way it's turned out. Glad I had some good conversations going on in the chat. I did get a little bit distracted towards the end. It's a combination of focusing on the texturing and being tired. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. I will see you all next time. May the throne be with you, and have a good night. Take care.